Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. My name is Syken. Today we're continuing the challenge run. Hard difficulty, the Last Azlanti mod, and on top of all of that, to make matters worse, we're only allowed to play D tier and F tier characters, monoclass of course, just to make it a little bit worse. Anyway, so today on our menu is to move solo to over here to the Verdant Chambers. I've done a little bit of management. We have 27 days, so very soon Old Hilltop will yet again have a massive fight ahead of us, and our job is to prepare for that accordingly. So naturally,
Arrest is in order.
I'm just going to go through with traveling alone. Hunter should be appointed. Yeah, that is correct. Alternatively, use rations. And naturally, we're being attacked during the night.
We will be victorious.
But luckily, we're not really alone. Vemor Cat is with us. So party encumbrance is high. What are our negative stats? Exhausted. Yeah, we need to fix that. And fix it fast. Let's do this. Does that remove exhaustion? No, not really. Well, in which case, the only way to go through this is
We can do it.
by hitting stuff. Good. Mr. Dvemo Cat is ready. We're also getting ready.
Strike with all your might.
The Dvemo Cat is the DPS here. And as you can see, it's not a lot of damage, but it's a lot of attacks. We're on the other hand very nicely trying to get that bandit down. Yep, so that sorcerer is done. And in our fully exhausted state, we're trying to make our way to that archer. Can't even charge to them. Well, now you, my dear, made a mistake, because trying to hit us in melee with a bow is hilarious. Wonderful. Let's just rest and hope that that is it. Luckily, I made the decision to have the main character be the tank, because this year With an exhausted spellcaster would have been horrible. Good. At least we're no longer completely exhausted. That's good. All right, off we go. Moving up. Entering the location, and now this is where the magic happens, or not.
No stopping now.
I've already made all of the checks, which is good.
Done. I am finished.
Because this will be our path that we used in order to flee.
Oh, you did come. And alone, just as I asked. Do you not know, my loyal hound, that the brightest flowers are also the most poisonous?
Alright, I helped you. There is no honor in
Don't
attacking
blame
me.
Blame the coronet given you by the Aldori. If it weren't for that, how many times have I seen countries and kingdoms arise from the dust, only to fall into dust once more? Thus will it be with your barony. For what is a barony without its baron? This is how it must be. The stolen lands will remain no one's, die or run. There is nothing you can change.
Well, F you for leading us into a trap. Where is my good old potion of invisibility? There it is. See you later.
I can't do it.
Come on.
It is done. March on. We cannot be defeated.
Dude, I just want to move.
Strike with all your might. We won't falter. Forwards. We can do it.
He has a bit of fast healing.
Strike with all your might.
As long as he doesn't roll a crit, we're going to be fine.
We won't falter.
How much do I miss him for? Should be able to hit him.
Forwards. We can do it.
I still have... Do I still have... No, I don't.
Strike with
I was thinking, do I still have that cold iron weapon? Apparently not. Plus 18 plus 20, alright.
We won't falter. Forwards.
Come on, it can't be that difficult to hit
We can do it.
the red cap. Thank you. It's taking a little bit of damage. This is a fight for the ages.
Strike with all your might. We won't falter. I am finished.
Lots of additional enemies there, but none of them are our concern. I'll just put a potion of vanish in here. And drink a little bit of that, and we're done. Okay, well, now we at least progressed that part. Back to our kingdom.
The rest is in order.
Good. Listen, we could have potentially even fought our way out of there, because we have such a high AC that at this point it would have been an option to actually do that, but it would have taken forever. Back to the shield. I like that. So, how many more days? 23 days. So, I'll just play it by ear. Got a problem here. And an opportunity. Opportunities. All nice. Soon one of you two should be ready, eh? 9 more days. Sure, what are you working on again? A problem. And you are working on a problem. So yeah, we're continuing to work on problems. So what I will do now, I hate to do it, but we're going to skip until like 14 days. We can't really level something up anymore. Octavio and Ragnarok exchange a look. Do you think we know that technically wouldn't just let us go? And they sent the agents right here. How do you know they are from the Tag League? What are you planning? Once you get someone outside, it's not that hard to beat some information out of them. Good. Another companion quest that just really wants to get solved. But equally, I really don't want to do companion quests. So we're 18 days. Very soon things are going to happen. Look, we missed our chance to find those strange cultists, discuss their goddess. Let's hope we don't want to regret it. Fair enough. That was another side quest, by the way. Not side quest, companion quest. So, I think next day... Yeah, now... things are starting to take a turn for the worse. We need to take care of that right away. And we have had that problem. Another problem. And an opportunity that you can take, young man. Fair enough. For us, we definitely can't do anything else but to go to the hillside now. It's time for another big, fat, juicy fight.
No stopping now.
Oh, the heavy shield +2. Before we go, I think that's an upgrade for you, eh? Yes, it is. Very good. So we got you, and I got you, and you, and you, and you, and my favorite party is finally completed. So, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to the Bald Hills in order to set an end to this Bald Hilltop, to this ancient, malevolent curse. Okay, get some tea here and enter the Bald Hilltops. Fantastic.
Does anyone require my counsel?
Let's start buffing.
Together we stand.
I don't need anyone's sympathy.
Never stop learning.
Good. Man, this is going to be great.
Keep your wits about.
I think we are ahead of the curve. So we should really be crushing this. Got some nice gear. The builds are actually working out fantastic. Very few deaths so far. Good sign. I could have prevented most if I would have known the content better.
I appreciate privacy.
I'll make my own legend.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Everything has a price.
Never a dull moment.
We should move.
Good, we're getting like fully buffed for that.
I do things my way.
If we want to crush something, then it needs to be crushed really hard, not just a little bit.
Never stop learning.
I don't need anyone's sympathy.
There is no greater satisfaction than in overcoming a challenge. That is, of course,
Does
until
anyone
one day
require
the
my
challenge overcomes
counsel?
you.
Privacy.
Good.
Keep your
Make you
wits about
large.
you.
Give this.
Adventures await.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Never a dull moment.
Then I would like you to have Crusader's
I
Edge as
need
well.
to concentrate.
Stay on your toes.
We're going to take that short-term buff.
I'll
And
make
then
my own
finally...
legend.
Alright, interrupted. Here we go. So,
I tire of waiting.
last thing that I wanted to do is extended haste.
Follow me.
And we're ready. Okay, well, at least haste is running. All of the buffs are running. Let's do this into nice little glitter dust. Stinging cloud. Perfect. So, let's go.
I don't like you.
Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's some nasty attacks right there. Hawkbite just continues to go in by himself. Because why not? He's the man. Little bit of glitter dust over here. Tattered Knight doesn't have... somehow our mirror images are gone. Don't like that. Purple Dwemer Bear. Okay. Getting wilder and wilder. Black Dwemer Bear takes a lot of damage. And we're seeing a huge elemental. I don't like that. Can I target him? No. Can I target any of them? Can't attack the elemental, but I could get the Dwemer Bear. I've been hitting the wrong Dwemer Bear, unfortunately. What's the status for Hawkbite? Fascinated. Can I target Dispel that? I guess the answer is yes. Likely. Where's the target Dispel? Remove fear. The first time that he's getting hit, it'll remove automatically, the fascination that is. So maybe it's not really worth it. confusion. Alright, Enders. What are we going to do? For starters, drop a big fat stinking cloud. And then hit the purple Dwemer bear.
I'll loot your corpse.
Good. That purple Dwemer bear is almost done. Little drink. Okay, so how about the big fat blindness? Succeed, 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 succeed. I suppose that's a no. That was the quickened version. Now we still have the maximized version. Dwemer bears do have spell resistance. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although he's fascinated, he can still do his attacks of opportunity, which I really love. A little bit of healing. I would say a big portion of healing. 32, that's good. We're still fascinated by the Fae.
Cover me.
Strike with all your might.
Good, now it's just Moray. And you have a problem. Because your bewildering image will at some point no longer work.
Forwards.
Heals everyone. And we're good. Unfortunately, our DPS kind of bewildered.
Your death awaits.
Nice.
We won't falter.
Do we have counter song, just out of curiosity? Inspire greatness. Creature with greatness, bonus hit dice, temporary hit points, competence. So this here would be morale bonus on saving throws against charm and fear effects. Good. And here we're looking at competence bonus on attack rolls and fortitude saves. I guess the gal is fascinating, but yeah, we don't have counter song, which offers an additional an additional saving throw. Mori has succeeded on her will save. It's a bit unfortunate. Can't really do much about the fascination, I'm afraid. No. That's a bit annoying. Give her another fortitude save. And there we go with mirror images again. But she ate a lot of hits.
Forwards!
We can do it!
Mirror image spell failed. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Ring of Protection +3. That's all we get from it. Well, I suppose it's just meant as an interim fight. But then again, Ring of Protection +3 is better than any other ring that we had so far.
Onwards!
Strike with all your might!
And yes, we dominated. Not as hard as I wanted, but we still dominated quite a bit. Would have been nice to like completely one side dominated, but that just didn't happen. The fascination. Monsters once threaten our barony. Are we taking revenge for the incinerating the ever-blooming flower? Anyways, we need to figure out how we're going to fight them and figure out fast. We now have a teleportation, by the way, to down here. Haha, nice. We need to await a report, which means that gives us time for another upgrade, or should at least give us time for another upgrade, eh? Don't need military. So, culture. We got plenty of other good stuff. Damn, we have really nice stats on our barony. So, let's hear what's happening. Greetings, Your Grace. I have an urgent message from Jebedi Aldari. It seems the Sword Lord have, again, proved their inability to rule their subject. See it for yourself. Here, the message from Jemadi. She writes that a while ago she stopped in receiving reports from Varnhold, a neighboring barony established by the Swordlord's protege Margon Varn. But it's not only a letter that has stopped coming, trade caravans, couriers, all traffic from Varnhold has ceased. It is as if the barony has disappeared. Jemadi Aldori expects your help with this matter, for she knows your good relations with Meager. She asks you to go to Varnhold and find why they have fallen silent. Alright. That's easy. That'll be our next big mission. Your Grace, my calculations show that we haven't spent all the money we allocated for the cultural development. I have 3 projects which we can spend the surplus. First of all, we can set forth our outstanding violent player who wishes to tour the River Kingdom. Second, there is a provincial teacher collecting the legends, belief of traditions of your subject. And as a third option, we can order a series of edgings. Let's do the provincial teacher. Community, loyalty, culture. Okay, I was hoping for divine and arcane, but alright. Okay, unfortunately now it's time to rest. While everybody was preparing for the last attack, I was looking for a way to overcome the curse. I read some ancient books, talked to the locals, and then had word with a storyteller, and we decided, well, he'll tell it better. I'm the keeper of stories, Your Grace. I have amassed a respectable collection over my long life. There are, of course, stories amongst them, ancient and dark, having taken thousands of lives, destroyed kingdoms, and brought down, well, our curse isn't exactly a real curse. We think it's someone specific behind the curse. It's not a curse. What is it then? What could it be? Well, we don't know yet. But that part doesn't matter. What's important is that we finally are making some real progress. I wouldn't imagine that the person behind these attacks is someone harboring great evils against your barony. I would not be surprised if it's the same adversary who was behind the bloom. Okay. We need to repel the next one. That's exactly what we do. Sooner or later, we'll show him. He will show himself. Once he slips up, we can finally punish him for all the trouble. Didn't expect such a withdrawal from you, Lindsay. In any case, I would advise against hearing this villain out before punishing him. Still have no idea what this unknown enemy is targeting us in particular. I'm sure we will know our fate soon enough. We've repelled his attacks 3 times by now. He must be reaching the limits of his patience. He won't get away with it forever. That's true, but equally, we are in a tough spot, aren't we? Good. Got a new ring. I would like you to do another ring.
This time, the disaster didn't hit us, but our neighbors. Varnhold, a small town east of our barony, had been deserted in an instant.
Good. The Varnhold Vanishing is the next one. Part 3. Part 4 has 240 days. And Edising Haviki is searching for his brother. The missing man was last seen in our capital. He meant to head for Varnhold, but never made it there. Okay. Let's check what else we can do. We got relations up, got culture up. So we could do culture, but I don't really want that. Doubles movement speed on mountainous terrain. Oh, hell yeah, that's definitely what we're going to do. I'm willing to spend 200 Gs for that. Military. And then let's do this. I would like... stability isn't needed. Relations. Economy is also okay. But really not what I'm looking for. Community... Don't want culture. I mean, don't get me wrong, culture is good, but I would really like relations to get to 4 so I can finally get my weapon. Yeah. That's really mostly it. Relations 4 so that I can get my weapon. I think we need 4 more points in relations for that. But that will eventually come. It would be good to be faster over the mountains. Culture rank 4 might be interesting. Military rank 4. Yeah, we can get a Magister when Divine is rank 4, but Divine is still increasing quite slow. And once Relations are 4, then we can get Espionage going. So Divine and Relations are really the ones that we want to upgrade to level 4. But as you can see, that's currently not really possible. So that'll take 20 days. And we might be faster. It doubles it. Doubles the movement on mountain terrain. So we are going to save quite a few days by doing that. I will say we're spending the days here and managing. And then once this is done, we can actually continue. About the Drovn ruins, do you call? I want to see them. Thought about it, then well, I realized I shouldn't. Nonsense, Dushan essays. Well, look for ruins. The whole world soon will join them. All right, fair enough. Another companion quest. Thank you. I just really don't want to participate in your side quest. Your Grace, I give you the Extinguisher. Give me another two-handed axe. What's the extinguisher doing? Oh, we already have that. It's a nice axe, though. Like right here. +6 against will-o-wisps. Perfect axe. Opportunity. Let's start with the problems first. Another opportunity, another opportunity. There we go, problems. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we could grow the stat above 4. Question is, do we really need that at the moment? I would still like to get this, and it won't take 6 days to get to the mountains. So we're doing one more level up. Military is now our highest stat. Good. There might be a chance to finally upgrade relations to 4. She might be telling us that. Hogbite. Not all diplomatic problems are often solved openly. Sometimes problems need to be concealed. There's a guard detailed from Sevenars at the border. They were sent by the voice of the wind, one of the elder druids that rule the Severnarch. As a diplomat and chief scout, the guards keep insisting that an elf is hiding in our lands. They asked us to help to capture him, or at least not to hinder the search. But in Severnarch they say an elf is a criminal, which really means he's a hindrance. Since it wasn't us who sentenced him away, why should we assume that he's the villain? If not better to find him and help him to get back home to Kyotin? Well, okay, sure. Relations +3. That's fantastic. That's what I've been looking at. Or 4, rather. Sparkling helmet. Give me more of the metal work. I think that that's pretty damn good. Fiery Eye, okay. A few more arrows are good for hard fights. So, what did we get? We've got the Sparkling Helmet. A creature attacks the wearer of this helmet with a melee weapon. Takes 1d6 electrical damage. That's a nice helmet for the damage reduction, but damage reflect. But unfortunately, yeah. Fortunately, we have better helmets. So then here, Fiery Eye +1, Flaming Composite Bow. Grants the wielder to cast Flare Burst 3 times per day. I'm not 100% sure if that is... like, Devourer is +1 oversized weapon. Makes it a bit harder to hit. But has greater corrosive, which is absolutely great. So I think we're okay with the bow that we're having. Finally, we can put another advisor in. Seems to be kind of a dex-based position. Jim might be a decent advisor here. Although I will say maybe not. Do we have greater dex? We do have that. So then what class is he? I think he was a alchemist. Okay. He does have dex 14, she has dex 14. I think we're just going to level her because the only thing that I really care about is this here. So the idea for her is to basically get more dexterity. Can I do pre-made build? I wanted the class that is less of a problem. Outflank is good. For her, it's, by the way, I just realized, not cure moderate wound, but inflict moderate wounds. There we go, inflict moderate wounds, and that. Yeah, all we need is her to get a lot of dexterity, but just in case we're ever being forced to take her, I also don't want her to be like completely useless. Weapon focused, scythe. Oh wait, she already had weapon focused scythe. That makes a whole lot of sense. Get her into cleave. Get her into shake it off is good. Good, we're almost done here. So, divine power, thank you. And she has really nice stats. Like, all of the pre-gens have good stats. But then again, you're losing the ability. You're losing the ability to customize it further. So, now that she's leveled, again, we just Want the bare basics here. Advisor. And she comes in at a +5, which is very nice. Undead sightings. Resolve that problem. Resolve that problem. Yet another problem. And that allows us to do one more problem. That opportunity will need to wait. That opportunity we can take, and this one we can take. So now region claims cost less. That we could do. And this is relationship level up. We really need to do that. And we need to do it now. So we're actually starting with that. Because now we have relations 4, and that means I can now start building the shop. Everything was successful. Baron, you must intervene immediately. Amanda Belivar, one of our king's Ironet favorite artists, is singing in the main square right now. The things are far from innocence. They can plant dangerous songs. Can plant dangerous ideas in their minds. Anyways, so here's the thought process. We're going to hopefully solve the building problem soon, and then we're able to get my favorite weapon, a huge unique Fouchard. What is going on here? Your Grace, you're so preoccupied with the matters of war and state, someone has to think about the spiritual matters. Okay. Bards can sing whatever they like. These are words of a true ruler, Your Grace. You should visit the Rushline tournament in Pitex. What is the tournament? How could you not know? It's one of the greatest Pitexian traditions. Once every few years, the king announces the date of the tournament. We greet guests from all around. The whole day of tournaments is full of mirth and the spirit of competition. Everybody has a chance to prove themselves. Fighters, archers, singers, storytellers. All right, well.
No stopping now.
Good. So here's the thing. I really want that Fouchard upgrade. And that weapon required relations 4. Now we need to be a little bit lucky to get that. It's not, but we shall build a library of magic. Okay, there you go. Knock knock strides up. Sidekick? Almost didn't see among all of the long sharks. Why in my chair? Took a while to find you here, but now I take the rightful place to be a hero. Show you how to be a hero. I can help, like the For side by side, big hero and not big hero. You need it. Alright, knock knock, shut up, sit down, and we're not doing it. Thank you. Take care. We received a rogue companion. Keep making capes. I like what I'm seeing. Rogue companion is a cape that +5 bonus on trickery and the ability to cast expeditions three times a day. I think we got +5 trickery on the hands, so it's good to have that, but don't really need it at the moment. So now, thank you, more divine, more everything, and we can now finally get another advisor. I think it's the last advisor. Octavia, thank you for joining us. That means we have a complete council. Fix the problem. I'm not sure if we want to do that. Again, not sure if we want to do that. So, Divine, if we rank that up, then we get the last advisor. I like that. We're definitely going for it. Now it's time to build.
It is done.
And that we can do here. So I think we need around like 50-ish. It's all good. And now it's time to build the workshop. That'll take a few days. Oh, most worthy one, I spent a day and night listening to the stories of the guests my workshop bring to share. I decided to share some of those stories and put it into 2 baskets. One of the stories from the local peasants and hunters, another story from the travelers. Sitting on the oak of branches, I asked the magpies why... Oh, come on. So, let's see. So, we continued the divine upgrade, which is the last one we need. Got a lot of other events in. And let's hope that we can get that beautiful weapon of ours. Good. Come on, I want the weapon, please. Your Grace, please forgive me for distracting your important matters, but you're the only one who can talk sense into those hotheads. They had an argument in the middle of the street, yelled so much your subject called the guards. But what about Lady Valerie? plus Ewald has done anything illegal. Valerie, explain yourself. Hammerbeck, for forgiveness. I failed to control my temper. Unfortunately, I was provoked. Is it so? Ewald says. So, forgive my manners, your grace. Allow me to introduce myself. Ewald the Silver Tongue from Brevai. It's a pity that we meet under such circumstances. This is, so to speak, sweet lady insulted me, if you please, in front of my audience, halted my performance, and embarrassed me in front of the entire tavern. Would you please be so kind to rein this lady in? I noticed that someone pinned a disgusting plastic garage next to the tavern's entrance, something about a bright bird who lost his feathers. That's abominable insolence. Yes, I won't deny I'm guilty. I lost my temper. Valerie, you've overreacted. My deepest apologies. And that has solved that problem. Alright. Good. Let's get those problems. Arcane can now rank up, which is okay, but I don't really need that right now. We have all of the advisors, so that's good. One thing that we don't have is the weapon that I wanted. Alright, so Arlene says, I beg to forgive my audacity, but since my destiny is giving me the opportunity to speak to you face by face, see, my master's highly educated and respected specialist, but unfortunately has no business acumen whatsoever. For the parts I must appreciate collectible items of great aesthetic value, far more interesting in turning my knowledge in the sphere towards tangible profit. If you take interest in obtaining magical items without all of that hassle, I could arrange it. You see, over all of my years of travel, I built up a long list of contracts in Galarian in order I can acquire magical item rarities no matter the distance or difficulty. If you kindly allow me to open my shop, I gladly... Alright. Fair enough. So, the one thing that irks me is... we got... Feathered Edge. Let's check some. Now, that's a bit of a problem. I apparently missed the tier 1, which would have had the Serpent Prince in it. Serpent Prince is what I wanted to have. It's just a really, really good weapon. We can now get still Dark Bidding, which is a pretty decent weapon as well. It is supposedly better than the Serpent Prince, but it's not really better. Like, the Serpent Prince is fantastic because it has a higher crit multiplier, ×3 instead of ×2. Now, is that going to make or break the game? Likely not. The Dark Bidding will crit slightly less, but deal more damage on average. Of course, we haven't been getting that as well. What we need to make sure is that we're not going to get higher in the artisan level. And normally what we would have needed to do is we would have needed to only have relationships 4 and then kind of build the workshop, because the workshop triggers getting that weapon. And here are the requirements. The 1001 questionable story. We haven't completed that, but apparently the game thinks we have completed it, which is why we went up a tier. Then Coronation, it's I think a quest later. We have not upgraded the shop yet, so we're going to keep it as is. Relations rank to 4 has been happening, so it's the second upgrade. So it's really the 1001 questionable stories. And maybe the South Null Marches region upgrade. I'm not 100% sure if we have upgraded the region. Maybe with some of our indirect quests, but it is unfortunate because the actual weapon that I wanted is a bit out of my hands now. It's a bit out of my hands because that weapon would have been really, really nice. It's called the Serpent Prince, and my understanding is that you can never really go back to a lower tier, but that might be wrong. So she says, after some time of receiving gifts, you likely after ranking up, she will deliver a gift and you will have the opportunity to question her about the stories. Fair enough. And yeah, the tier ranks is basically what makes this interesting. Maybe we're just going to respec at some point to another weapon if we can't, weapon category if we can't get that. The whole Fouchard, unfortunately, was a bit of a unfortunate or tragical story for us because we really haven't found any Fouchards so far. And they are a great weapon category, but it's just very, very difficult to get them. And apparently I've messed it up somewhere. So that's it. No Serpent Prince. Anyways, that's it for this episode. We're going to continue next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one and see you all the next time. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. We just go through the dream.
Onwards.
Where are you rushing off to, my
You know what?
own?
We're doing that the next time.
Face your own
Take
death?
care. Bye.